Whispers Around the World, a Heal Our World book from SufferingWell. Chapter 39, Love One Another. As Philomena browsed through a local thrift store one balmy afternoon, she overheard a conversation between a frazzled mother and the store clerk. The woman had come up to the counter to ask about the price on some playground equipment, which Philomena knew was a rare find in a thrift shop. After hearing the price, the mother explained that she didn't have enough money for it. She went on to say that she was a single mom and worked from home at a job that paid by the line tight. Her work hours had changed to a time when the kids were home. She had hoped the play equipment would entertain her children so she could work more and be paid more. It would help her make ends meet. The clerk offered to hold it until her next paycheck, but the woman reluctantly declined, saying she didn't think she could afford the price even then. Philomena felt a subtle nudge that had become so familiar, urging her to act. She waited until the woman had left, then approached the clerk, her mind racing with excitement. She handed over the amount needed for the playground set and asked the clerk to keep it ready for the woman's next visit. She also left a note with it, a small reminder that you're cherished. Your diligence is seen. Love for you and your children. A week later, Philomena stopped by the store again, curious to see if the woman had returned. The clerk recognized her and smiled. She came back yesterday to see if she could find something else to keep her kids busy. Couldn't believe her eyes. I've never seen anyone so grateful. She kept asking who it was from, but I just told her it was someone who wanted her to feel loved and seen. Philomena smiled, her heart light. She walked out of the store, the fact that she hadn't bought anything for herself unnoticed. She felt the wealth of giving, knowing she'd been part of something meaningful and kind, all without needing to be seen. Mary Ellen settled into her favorite chair, adjusting her laptop and clicking into the Zoom call. A moment later, Rhonda's face appeared, cheerful as always. They greeted each other, and Rhonda turned slightly, looking to someone off screen. Mary Ellen, I hope you don't mind, but Fred would like to speak with you about your trip, Rhonda said, a hint of seriousness in her tone. Fred's face appeared beside Rhonda's, his expression thoughtful. Mary Ellen, I've been hearing about your plans for Sri Lanka, and I wanted to chat with you. I admire your courage, but I have to admit I'm a bit worried about you going there alone. I've read about the protests and some recent civil unrest. It doesn't exactly sound like the safest place for you to be right now. Mary Ellen nodded, her expression calm as she listened. I understand your concerns, Fred, and believe me, I've been thinking about them too. I checked the State Department's travel warnings, and yes, some of it sounds concerning. But I also found blogs from a couple of American women around my age who have been there recently. They felt it was safe, even if it required some extra caution. Fred nodded thoughtfully, though his brow remained furrowed. That's good to know, but I still worry. You're going to be there with a purpose. I get that, but the risks are real. Mary Ellen met his gaze, her voice steady. I won't deny it, Fred. There could be risks, but my perspective on those risks has changed since I started learning to unite my suffering to Christ. This life, well, it's preparation for the real one. I don't plan on encountering trouble, but if I do, I want to be ready, even if that means facing something as serious as martyrdom. It would be an honor to die for Jesus, though I won't pretend that idea doesn't scare me. I don't want to turn away from what I feel God is calling me to do. Fred was silent for a moment, clearly moved by her words. That's a powerful way to look at it, Mary Ellen. I admire you for that, for your courage and faith. It gives me a lot to think about, honestly. Not many people would face something like this with the same heart you have. Mary Ellen's eyes softened, and she smiled softly. Thank you, Fred. I know it sounds like I'm trying to be a hero or something, but it's not that. I just feel that if God has placed this desire in my heart, then he'll be with me, even in the toughest of moments. I want to live fully for him, and I don't want fear to hold me back. Fred nodded slowly, a new respect shining in his eyes. Well, Mary Ellen, you've inspired me tonight, and I'll be praying for you, that your journey is safe and filled with purpose. I have no doubt that God's going to use you mightily. Rhonda reached over, squeezing Fred's hand. We're with you in spirit, Mary Ellen, and we'll be here praying every step of the way. Mary Ellen smiled, deeply touched by their support. She knew that the journey ahead might hold unknowns, but she felt a profound peace knowing she had friends like Rhonda and Fred lifting her up. Thank you both. Your prayers mean the world to me, and they'll carry me through whatever lies ahead. After Fred left the frame, Rhonda stayed on the call, leaning closer to the camera with a warm smile. He means well, you know, she said with a slight chuckle. Fred has such a big heart, but sometimes it spills over into worry. Mary Ellen laughed softly. It's part of his charm, and honestly, I appreciate his concern. It reminds me that I'm not doing this alone, even when I'm far from home. He feels kind of fatherly to me, even though we're close in age. It makes me feel secure. Rhonda nodded, her expression turning thoughtful. I think that's what makes this community so special. We're all walking our own paths, but somehow we're carrying each other along the way. Like you with your trip to Sri Lanka. I can see how deeply you trust God with it, and it's inspiring. I've been trying to lean on him like that too, especially lately. Mary Ellen tilted her head slightly, sensing there was more. What's been on your heart, Rhonda? Rhonda exhaled, glancing down for a moment before meeting Mary Ellen's gaze. It's just, you know about the travel lifestyle Fred and I chose. Everyone sees it as this big, exciting adventure. And in many ways it is. But there are days when it feels like running. We sold the house to simplify our lives. But the truth is, I was so overwhelmed by everything that I just wanted to escape. And now, even though I'm in all these beautiful places, I carry the same struggles with me. Health issues, old regrets, missing family. It all came with me. There's no real escape from those. Mary Ellen leaned closer to the screen, her voice soft. That sounds heavy, Rhonda. Have you been able to talk to anyone about it, or find ways to cope? Rhonda smiled faintly. I have, in small ways. But what's really been helping is learning about offering it up. When I hear stories like yours, or when I think about the people we're praying for through the Heal Our World project, it shifts something in me. Instead of feeling trapped by the pain, I try to make it an offering. Like, okay, Lord, this is yours. Use it for someone who needs it. It doesn't make the struggles go away, but it makes them feel meaningful. Mary Ellen's face brightened with understanding. That's a beautiful way to look at it. It's such a paradox, isn't it? That surrender brings freedom. Rhonda's eyes grew misty. It really does. And it's funny because Fred and I have seen so many incredible things on this journey. But it's those quiet moments of surrender that feel the most profound. Like when I'm praying for someone, and I can almost sense God saying, I'm using this. It's humbling, but it's also comforting. They sat in reflective silence for a moment before Mary Ellen spoke again. Rhonda, I hope you know how much your faith and honesty mean to me, and to all of us. You remind me that this journey of offering ourselves is never solitary. It's like you said earlier, we're carrying each other along the way. Rhonda wiped at her eyes, laughing softly. Thank you, Mary Ellen. I guess that's what makes this group so special, isn't it? We're all just trying to follow where he leads, even when the path is hard. Mary Ellen nodded. Exactly. And we'll keep praying for each other no matter where those paths take us. Rhonda smiled, the warmth returning to her expression. Yes, we will. Always.